Alright, making sure that you can hear me. My headset is dead now, so I cannot use it. I'm making sure that my audio works. Please, chat, could you message to let me know that you can hear me? Just let me know in chat if you can hear me. Good. Excellent. That is what I needed to hear. Alright. Sorry about that. It took a little bit longer to get started than I thought because tonight is garbage night at my place, and so I had to get garbage done. And then after that, had to try on my headset, and it was busted. It's not working. So then I had to pull out my microphone, which I use for recordings and making my videos, and get that set up. But I usually connect it to my computer, not my PS4. So this is a little different. Yep. Okay. Let me turn the music down. Let me try to do that. We can do that. At least I think we can. Alright, how does that work? Everyone else, can you all hear me now? Is it a little bit better? Let me know in chat because I don't want to get started until we're all ready. Alright, awesome. Okay, thank you, Mal. Appreciate it. And Juan Pablo Cota, thank you for joining in. Okay, so today, for those of y'all who've been keeping up, last time we talked about the Vikings of Hrafnfell. Today we're talking about my own original Knight Legion. We're talking about the original Knight Legion I created. Today we're talking about the Noble Legion. I created the Noble Legion along with my brother, and we weren't really sure what to call it at first, but here's how the Noble Legion got started. So, it all starts with the Warden of the Noble Legion, who is called William of Acshire. William of Acshire is he's a Knight Warden, and initially he was a Warden in the service of the Iron Legion, and he was deployed for a long time to the Mire. But he returns home to Acshire, where it's a small village, a small town near the border of Valkenheim. So Acshire is very familiar with the Vikings. After the Vikings in Hrafnfell get attacked by orcs, and the daughter of Hrafnfell's Jarl, Yilda, believes it to be the work of the knights, she leads an attack on Acshire, which kills dozens of people, kills the lord of the castle, all these people are dead. So when William comes back to see his hometown, Acshire, destroyed, first thing he does is he goes to the Noble Legion demanding, not the Noble Legion, the Iron Legion. He goes to the Iron Legion demanding that they do something about it. And the Iron Legion says, we really can't afford to spend the resources. So he gets angry and he goes, no, well, you know what? If you're not going to build your own legion, I'm making my own. So Knight Warden William of Acshire forms the Noble Legion, which is a legion of knights who are breaking away from the Iron Legion and Regal Legion and all these other legions, and they are forming their own warrior group. They're forming their own legion. And the first thing this legion does is it tries to take the fight to the Vikings, tries to go straight to Valkenheim and take out the Vikings. But partway there, as they're getting ready to deploy and go out and do this, that's when Jarl Reynold contacts William and says, hey, hold on, whoa, we got a misunderstanding here. We've got a common enemy. My daughter acted in haste. Sorry about that. We'll make amends with you, but first we need to talk about this other enemy, the Greenskins. So let's go ahead and talk about some of these characters. Now, I will warn you, when I first started designing the Noble Legion, it took me a little while, and I have only just designed their color scheme. I'll show you what their color scheme is with Peacekeeper. This is the color scheme of the Noble Legion, a bluish silver look. And if you want to give it to your warrior, it will be either Selenic Prelude, which you can only get with the Return of the Otherworld bundle. But if you don't have that one, that's fine. There is another alternate one which works just as well, and it's Orchard. So if you have Orchard or Selenic Prelude, then you can get the color scheme for the Noble Legion. And like all legions, the Noble Legion has its own symbol, and I will try to make it for you a little bit later. But first, let's go ahead and do some gameplay. Let's play with some of these characters while we talk about who are the Noble Legion warriors. We talked a little bit about William already, so let's go into breach mode, because I like me some breach mode. Oh, check my orders real quick. What are my orders? Exotic warrior and medic. Yeah, breach mode's fine for that. Okay, here we go. Alright, so Warden X Nobushi, hint, wink, wink. Yes, that will happen in the story. Spoiler alert, but that will totally happen. Okay, so we talked about the Night Warden William. I'll go more into him later, especially when we get into the samurai, because he has an interesting relationship with the samurai. Let's go into the Conqueror. Loading up. Oh, by the way, before we go into that, just this is interesting. I just heard today that they are doing a Halloween event, and a couple of people, I saw the comments underneath the trailer for it, and people were arguing, "Oh, it's so lazy. It's just the minions just look like walking trees." I'm like, are you kidding? That's creative. Like, because basically the minions are going to look like, not kidding, the minions are going to look like Frankenstein monsters, scarecrows with pumpkin heads, and walking, talking trees. And so I told my brother about it, and he said, so we're up against zombies, the monsters of Sleepy Hollow, and the Ents from Lord of the Rings. Yes. You're so much yes. And yeah, you're right now. Iron Legion stays lazy. They're always going to be lazy. Alright, so starting off with the Conqueror. The Conqueror's name is Rhoden. So when forming the Noble Legion, the first big problem that he had was the fact that he's technically committing treason against the Iron Legion lords. He said, screw you Iron Legion, I'm forming my own legion, I don't want nothing to do with y'all anymore. So this is a problem. It's hard to recruit people when they know that the Iron Legion doesn't exactly like what you're doing. And the Iron Legion is the largest and greatest of all the legions. So why would anyone want to join up with you when you're not playing ball? Well, some of them were conquerors who wanted the opportunity to redeem themselves. We'll get rid of the Shugoki. Shugokis are annoying to fight. Can I get an agreement in chat on that? Shugokis can be annoying to fight. No, try again. You're not getting. Alright. So one of them was named Rhoden. Rhoden was a former member of the Regal Legion, and at the time he was just a regular soldier. He was like, one of these officers here. And his big issue was he had a problem with taking orders that he saw as reckless. He said, I'm not gonna follow orders that would cost too many lives, too many people's lives, so I'm not gonna do them. So in one fight against the Vikings, he refused to send his soldiers into a battlefield that he thought was a suicide mission. Because he failed to do this, the battle was lost, and he was punished by being thrown in jail. He's now being released by Night Warden William, because he has that authority to do that, under the conditions that he fights the Conqueror and earns his honor back. He respects Night Warden William to the nth degree, will do anything he tells him to, because he learned that Night Warden William, he's got it where it's at when it comes to not only battlefield knowledge, but also loyalty. He cares about his people, he cares about his subjects. It's half the reason he joined up, because when he said, okay guys, the Vikings done attacked my hometown, you're gonna go stick it to them. He thought, okay good, that's a good reason to fight the Vikings. They come nuts with that. Now the funny thing is, because Rhoden didn't always start as a conqueror, he doesn't really like using a flail very much. But the irony is, he's actually pretty good with it. Hold on. Got it. Deal with the immediate threat. Sorry, Gladiator. Try again. And dead. Alright, let's see. Got the messages. Halloween event is okay. I think it'll be cool. I'm excited. Because I was scared we weren't going to have one. I was in spamming 10 slot with one. Oh yeah, when dealing with Shugokus. Yeah, Shugokis don't like one. The other thing they don't like are gladiators. Nope. Okay. Yes. Anyway, so that's Rhoden. And one thing that I liked about creating Rhoden as a character was when I was trying to see a way to like onboard criminals who are conscripted. I didn't know how I wanted to write a criminal character without so I was kind of thinking, what particular, what do I need to do to make them an interesting character who wants to fight like a noble knight, but is still kind of criminal? And I thought, what if it's a person who defied orders for moralistic reasons? It was just a thought that I had, and it worked. Alright, so he is good. Now he is good. So that was how I came to the conclusion of how it was. Oh, you son of a whore! This guy's gonna revive now, and I can't get the medic order! You stay over there while I heal this guy, okay? You stay over there. Dang it! No! He revived! For that, you die a slow, painful. I've been denied everything, even my revenge! Gargoyles, episode 2, I think it was. Maybe it was 3. No, it was definitely 1 or 2. If you haven't watched Gargoyles, it's highly recommended. Oh, no! Okay. Got some momentum. Combat, that was slow compared to Ghost of Tsushima. Yes, I know, Ghost of Tsushima is your samurai combat. But Ghost of Tsushima doesn't have massive items. But I do like Ghost of Tsushima. In fact, I've been playing that new Ghost of Tsushima Legends it's pretty cool, actually. To the inner gate. You can't hear me, good sir? Can you hear me now? Hold on. How about now? Yeah, just gonna have to mute the game audio for this, guys. Once I get new headphones, we'll be back in business. But for now, this is just gonna be the way it is. I don't like it, but all right. Anyway, so we talked about Rhoden. Let's talk about the next one. Let's see. Let's talk about the Gladiator, because I really like the Gladiator. Okay, so For Honor didn't go into great detail about the Gladiator's background. All they said was that, you know, they were former arena fighters and now they're having to fight for more than themselves. One thing that I think is important to note about gladiators is that most in history were slaves. Gladiators were slaves forced to fight each other in combat for the amusement of crowds. So I thought, what if gladiators, many of them, were slaves forced by centurions or other knights to fight? So why would gladiators join the Noble Legion? Well, my thought is maybe many of them were brought along to fight in the Noble Legion, and they're promised their freedom for fighting in exchange for service, you know. So our gladiator is a young woman named Maria. She is a slave. You know what? Get out of here, Conqueror. I don't like you anymore. So Maria, it was a slave. She's a very good gladiator, very strong. And she joined up because she came along with a centurion, who we'll talk about in a minute, and was promised her freedom in exchange for service. Maria is, I'm trying to think of the best word for her. I don't want to say headstrong or reckless. Completely insane. There we go. That's a good one. She's the kind of person who runs head first into the battle because she just doesn't know how to wait. If you tell her, okay, here, we're going to wait strategically, you hide out here, you're going to hold out here for a minute, and then we'll tell you when to attack. I'm going in now! That's Maria. She's the one who says, I can't wait to make people bleed. Which is why, even though she is fighting for her freedom, she's also fighting because she enjoys it. She just won't admit it, because actually admitting that you fight because you love it is kind of awful. Like, I take it... to steal a line from Hellsing Ultimate, the Pit Bernadotte's grandfather basically says, we mercenaries fight for pennies because admitting that we fight for the fun of it is just too awful. And that's kind of what it is for Maria. She fights because she loves it, but she won't admit that. So instead she fights for the pay. Not all gladiators feel the same way. Some gladiators that fight in the Noble Legion fight because they want their freedom, or fight because they don't have anywhere else to go, or fight because their families are dead, whatever. They fight for some reason. Maria fights because it is her life. It is what she loves to do. So that's Maria. I love designing Maria. I loved working out her character because it's so much fun making a little war psychopath to kill everything. Okay, so now to talk about that, let's see. Comments. Just passing by saying hello there and keep up the good work. You are probably the only guy I actually leave a like on his videos. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate that. Glad that you do. Anytime that y'all watch or like my videos or leave a comment, it always means the world to me. So if you ever leave a comment, I do read it. I genuinely do. I don't ignore you guys. I think that every comment you leave is important. Every like you leave is important. Every subscription is important. And we are so close to the goal. So, guys, I really appreciate all of y'all who take the time to like and comment. So, know that it is appreciated. And I do always read your comments. If I don't reply, it's only because either I'm busy or because I just don't know what to say. Ellicid says, were female gladiators common? In history, not as common as male gladiators, but they were a thing. There were female gladiators. They would fight other females, but there were female gladiators, female gladiatorial matches. And yes, they would happen in the Colosseum. They were there. They just were not as common. They were usually what you would call the build up to the main event. Like, you know how in some cases a small-time band will open for a bigger band? It's kind of what female gladiator matches were. They were the opener to the main event. So, not the primary event, but an opener to it. Because, hey, female fighting is still enjoyed today. We call it cat fighting. They called it showtime. I'm gonna die. That Conqueror's got my number. Alright, anyway, next. The Mighty Midget. So glad I ain't the only one who uses lore for each of my heroes. See what I did there. Glad. Yeah, I see what you did there. Lol, crazy woman, listed, laughing my ass. Yes. But yes, female gladiators were a thing. So just that is something y'all know. They probably didn't look a whole lot like that, I'll be honest, but they did exist. Whoa. Hey, why you Gladiator over here overheard what I was saying and stole my kill. Jerk. Okay, next up, let's talk about, who to talk about? We mentioned him a second ago. Let's talk about, oh shoot, no, yes, revenge, dang it. Okay, frickin' minions. Revenge is a dish best served warm with a side of mashed potatoes. I don't remember where I heard that quote. I didn't make that up. So I've heard that from somewhere. Okay, anyway, back to what I was saying. Okay, so next let's talk about Hope. Hope the Peacekeeper. One thing that I realized, when I was playing the story mode for the Knights, the Peacekeeper's name was Mercy. And I thought, Mercy, that's an interesting name. Was that her real name, or is that just a name given to her? And I thought, if that's a name given to her, are all Peacekeepers given new names? So I named this Peacekeeper Hope. Now, Hope is an interesting character, and I'll tell you why. Hope is a little student, that I like to call her. I like to call Hope the little student. She wants to learn about everything. She wants to know how the world works. She wants to know different languages, different cultures. She's one of the only knights who can speak Japanese. Why? Because during the Iron Legion's fights with the Mire, she was a spy who would sneak into the Mire and obtain information, and she had to be able to speak Japanese sometimes to get the information. So she's the only knight who can speak Japanese. She actually made a friend on the inside who's a Nobushi, who we will talk about next time. Oh my gosh, where did you come from? Hitakiri's falling from the sky. But yeah, so Hope loves to learn because she thinks that there's great value in learning new information. She studied Japanese, is capable of speaking it, has a friend who is a Nobushi in the Mire, and is a contact for her for information. And here's the other crazy bit. She's also a bit of a pacifist. Now, that doesn't mean that she won't fight. She will. She will fight, she will kill, she will happily do it. But she asks questions about it. She's not the kind of person who, if someone said, kill this person, she won't say, got it. She'll say, what'd they do? What am I killing them for? What are they up to? What's their modus operandi? Why do I want to kill them? Oh, she'll still do it. If she has a good reason to kill, she will kill without blinking. That's what she does. But she's not heartless, which in many people's case, which to many in Ashfeld means that she fails as a peacekeeper. A peacekeeper's job is to kill without question and without remorse. She may not have remorse, but she definitely has questions, which she shouldn't have as a peacekeeper. Peacekeeper's not a big softy, though. She's not a softy. She's not the kind of person who goes, oh, I don't want to see blood. I don't like bleeding. Nope, she'll kill. She has no issue with that. It's just she wants to know that she's doing it for the right reasons. You could argue that part of the reason for that is because of her time spent in the Mire with the samurai, learning about them, learning about a different culture. It's very hard for her to spend all this time amongst them, learning about them and seeing them interact with each other, and then having someone say, okay, now you get to kill them. Why? I like them. They're so friendly. No! I want to kill you, Hitakiri. Oh, yep, right in the face. Right in the face. Come back here. Come back. Dang it. Dang it. I was all excited. Anyway, but yes, Hope, I loved writing her because I wanted to, at first I was going to just make her a psychopath, like a sociopath, like she feels nothing, she says nothing, just like, I will kill everything and anything. I just couldn't do that. I thought that's so lazy. Plus, we already have Scratchy the shaman to be our psychopath. So no real need for another one. Plus, we haven't even gotten to the Hitakiri of the Mire, so we'll leave the psychopaths for later. I thought that I'd try something a little different. Okay, so let's read some of these messages. I'm currently working on my undead Shugo Akuma Onita, also known as the Black-Eyed Demon of Japan, a warrior who was killed by his own people but given a second chance at life fueled by revenge. Cool. I'm very interested. In life, he was the last known Shugo. After Benjiro Ito, my Kensei, sent his people to die in a great battle. He turned his back on those he once trusted and became a rogue who was hunted until his end. Again, very cool. Koopas of the castle. But I thought Glads were hallucinating, thinking they were in an arena, but they were on a battlefield. That explains why you hear a crowd cheering on in their executions. I don't know where that is in the lore. I don't know if they're all hallucinating or not. If that's in the lore, okay, but I haven't seen that, so that's not my thing. Might add lore to some of my sets, like my mercenary Warmonger or a Lawbringer, a bit like Rylanor, the Ancient of Rites. Hey, if y'all want to recommend like different characters involved here, I wouldn't be against it. But right now I'm just telling you the original characters who are named that I created and the different faction. Alright, so we've talked about Hope, Maria, William. Oh shoot. Staying defensive. Yes! Got him! Yes! Killed! I'm pulling back. Death. Heal. Gotta heal this guy. I got an order if I remember, like a medic order. No! You again! You son of a gun. I'll kick you in the teeth. Stay over there. Healing. 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 Yes! Ah, yes. And that takes care of that. Okay, so. Hi, I am Katsu. Hope is intelligent. Hope is a very bright girl. I'm very proud of her. Okay, so on that note, let's talk about the Centurion, because I saw someone mention that they wanted to hear my Centurion lore. My Centurion... Oh, shoot. Hold on. My Centurion is named Cornelius, after the Centurion from the Bible. For those who don't know, in the book of Acts, the apostle Peter was told by God to go to this man's house and speak to him. When he got there, he found that it was a Roman centurion named Cornelius. And Cornelius had also been given a vision by God to accept Peter into his home and have his family see him. And that was when Peter realized that God wanted him to witness to these people, and he became the first Gentile Christian. Because at that point in time, the apostles didn't think that the Gentiles could be saved. They thought that they were only meant to witness to the Jewish people. But God was basically saying, no, I want you to witness to Gentiles. And the very first is going to be Cornelius and his family. So this centurion is named Cornelius after that centurion. Cornelius is a man of three things: honor, integrity, and distinction. And all those things are so valuable to him, in fact, that this is what I decided about Cornelius. When William came to the Iron Legion asking for help in dealing with the Vikings who attacked his land, Cornelius was all ready to go help him. He was like, yeah, man, we gonna go over there, we're gonna get revenge, we're gonna make them pay for what they did to your people. That's just the way we roll. We're brothers in arms. And when the Iron Legion said, we're not doing that, Cornelius said, then I am no longer part of the Iron Legion. If the Iron Legion cannot take care of its own, then I will not be part of it. I am going to help my brother in arms, regardless of what the Iron Legion says, regardless of what you say. So Cornelius said, I'm joining up with you. And so when William formed the Noble Legion, Cornelius said, may I join up and help train up your soldiers, get them in formation, because Cornelius was actually a commander in the Iron Legion. Him leaving was no small thing. He was an organizer. He knew how to he was a tactician. He knew how to form up squads. He knew how to organize warriors. He wasn't just some small-time warrior. He was a big deal. He was a very well-respected, well-known, and well-liked leader, and having him in the Noble Legion was a huge morale booster for the warriors. Come on. I don't like it when you do this to me. I'm out. Roll. Dang it. So, yeah. Now, the first thing that Cornelius does when he joins up with the Noble Legion is, of course, William is planning his attack on Hrafnfell. And while this is going on, Cornelius is traveling around Ashfeld, finding other knights who are sick of the Iron Legion's laziness and say, hey, join up with us, man. Join up with the Noble Legion. We're going to do some great things. Now, when the orcs start attacking, the first thing Cornelius does is he wants to send spies to defeated enemies. He was very, very livid, and he said that these beasts do not deserve our honor. They do not deserve our mercy. They do not deserve our compassion. The only thing they deserve is the sharp end of our steel. So Cornelius got a little mad because to him there are ethics of war. There is a code of conduct. There is a way you act on the battlefield. And when he saw that the orcs did not behave this way, he said, "No, they do not deserve to live. They do not deserve to exist." So that is my thought on Cornelius. Okay, so let's read some of these. We got after the death of Akuma, the demons of the realm known as... Oh, it's still talking about Akuma. Gotcha. I'll probably read those later when I'm done recording so that I can actually read those and get a better idea. Let's see. I love your character lore. It's so thought out. Thank you, Illicit. I appreciate that. Are your knights Christians? They certainly are, Koopas of the Castle. They are Christian. I do not care what the For Honor devs say. I do not care what a lot of these anti-Christian knight people in the For Honor community say. There is too much evidence to suggest that the knights are Christian for me to just dismiss it. I don't want to just dismiss that. I think that there is definite valid reasons to believe that at least some of the knights are Christian. And if they're not Christian anymore, they used to be. That's the thing. People always come up with the craziest reasons. They can't be Christian because of this. And I made a whole video saying, okay, look, here's my evidence suggesting why they could be Christian. And I love how people were still sending me comments saying, you don't have any evidence. I don't think you know the definition of the word evidence. And then I just go, actually, I do. You don't have to like my evidence. You can question my evidence. You can disagree with my evidence. It's still evidence. So my knights are Christian. If y'all don't want to have your knights be Christian, fine. Don't have them be Christian. It's your prerogative. My knights are Christian. Get an Xbox for the Xbox fans, please. My brother has an Xbox. Here's the thing, guys. I don't have a lot of money to spend on new game consoles. That's why I'm not jumping at the bit to buy the new PlayStation 5. I don't have the money. If this subscription thing works out and I get monetized and I can make some good money, if I can make some good bread, I might get another console and play with you people out there who play on other consoles. If you have a PS4, dude, hop on with me. I'd love to game with you sometime. I think it'd be awesome. But as it is right now, I don't have the money for that. So, sorry. Good inspiration from the Bible. Thank you. Like Sam Smith's comment. What did Sam Smith... Oh, yeah. Sorry, guys. Again. Are you going to name your Warmonger after a demon name like the Apollyon in Blood for the Blood God? Yeah, just wait till I get to Warmonger. Just wait till I get to that. And it's understandable. Don't feel pressed to buy more stuff. Sorry, I really do want it. I definitely do want to get it, but I just can't right now. Okay, let's see. Next, let's talk about Lawbringer. Let's talk about my Lawbringer. My Law Daddy. The Law Daddy and the War Mommy. Okay, but before I do, one more comment. Just love having an intelligent YouTuber such as yourself read my lore-based things and appreciate them with an intellectual ideal. Here's the thing, guys. I love having intelligent conversations about stories, lore, history, stuff like that. If y'all want to talk to me about lore, if you have suggestions about things I could add in the story or characters, if you have ideas about what you'd like to see in For Honor, I don't mind having an intelligent discussion about that. That's fine. What I have issue with is when people start telling me, no, you're wrong because of blank. You're wrong because of this. Like when people say, the knights can't be Christian. Okay, let me point to you my evidence why I think they are. And then people say, no, your evidence is invalid because of this. No, that's not intelligent. The intelligent response is, okay, I see your evidence, but what do you have to say to this evidence? That is an intelligent conversation. Saying your evidence is invalid because of this, that is such an asinine argument. That's an asinine argument. What if we had this, right? What if someone was trying me for murder? And the evidence that I presented that I did not do it was, here is a video of me at church at the time of the murder. That is evidence that I did not do it. But then another guy says, no, your evidence is invalid because I have a friend who says that he saw you there committing the murder and this footage was doctored. That doesn't disprove my evidence. That doesn't take away the validity of my evidence. It just means my evidence is called into question. It doesn't mean that it's no longer evidence. I didn't even take all the law classes my brother did, and I know that. Sorry, I went on a tirade there. Okay, let's talk Law Daddy. The Law Daddy's name is Andros. Law Daddy was actually not a member of the Iron Legion. He was a guardian of the Black Fortress. I had this thought, okay? In my opinion, there are two ruling classes in Ashfeld. You have the leaders of the legions, and then you have the ruling lords. The ruling lords are like kings. They're nobles who rule over the provinces in Ashfeld, and the legions swear loyalty to them. It's kind of like in actual history, how the knights swore an oath not to their noble lord, to their lord or noble leader, or their nobility, but also to God. They have two masters. And in this case, they have two masters. One is their lord, the leader of their territory, and their legion. And then, of course, if God is involved, then it's three masters. But I digress. Point is, The Black Fortress is where one of the leading nobles of Ashfeld resides. He's a person who has great political power. He's a well-known, respected leader of all of Ashfeld. Even people in Valkenheim and the Mire know his name, and he lives in a castle called the Black Fortress. At the time, Andros was a guardian of the Black Fortress, which is why he wears the black steel armor. He is a Black Steel Fortress guardian. And what happens is William goes to this noble lord saying, look, we need your blessing to organize our legion. You know, you can't just build a legion out of nothing. This isn't something where it's like, hey, I'm starting a club, guys, join up, Facebook me. You need the blessing of the local lord to form this legion, because the legion has to give you his blessing. So he goes to the local lord and says, I want your blessing to build this legion. And the local lord says, I don't know, the Iron Legion doesn't really like you, dude. I don't know if I want to support you. Along comes Andros and says, sir, I support them. I think that what they're doing is fine, and I think that they are a very valuable legion that could be formed if you simply give your blessing. Now, Andros is a very, very good lawbringer. He holds the law in high regard. He could have been a contender, you know, that kind of thing. He's very well liked by the people. And so the noble says, you tell you what, let me think on it. Let me think on it. You can continue your activities as a legion for now, but let me think on if I want to give you my blessing. For the time period, be discreet. Then along come the orcs, and now we need all the help we can get. We need all the legions on hand. So the noble says, and before you ask, no, I don't know the noble's name yet. I haven't decided that yet. The noble says, okay, yeah, I'm not only giving you my blessing, Andros, would you mind helping them out? Andros, I don't need all these warriors guarding my castle. I need warriors out there on the front lines taking it to the orcs. You will serve me better by fighting the orcs. So Andros says, hand me my poleaxe. It's about to get ugly. And so Andros goes out to fight. Now, Andros is a beast of a man. He is as tall as a Shugoki and just as strong. The dude is a menace. And during one of the fights that will take place, he will actually throw his polearm into the chest of an orc, rip it out, and then beat him down with his fist. Andros may be a respectable fella, but he's also a beast. Okay, so really like Andros. I really love designing him. And yes, the look that you see now is pretty close to what Andros is going to wear. The purple that he's wearing is indicative of the Black Fortress lord that he serves. He can wear the blue of the Noble Legion, but he's almost a liaison to the Noble Legion. But anyway, let's see some more comments. Speaking of ideas, after Lawbringer, you should definitely talk about Blackprior. Yeah, I'll talk about Blackprior next. Then my midget, people are always going to have a negative ideal. Just let them feel that way on and move on. Living in a negative light will leave them unhappy while you continue to grow. You be you, Raven. Dang right I will. I am the Raven. I will be who I want to be. Take the Raven. Yeah, it's a Bible quote, where it is said, consider the Raven. The Lord provides for all their needs. Do they not? They have no want for hunger. They are able. The Lord provides them their needs, and aren't you more important than these? So it's true, because ravens are a very fascinating bird to me. But anyway, that's enough about that. I don't even know why I did that. I could sit here and listen to you tell lore stories all day, such as well-spoken and individual. I'm not as big a lore follower as Toasty Rep. I think the lore is fascinating, but I'm a historian. And so I love applying history to the lore. History in the lore is what I think is most important. So that's what I work to add. History in the lore. And so, like, for example, when I was designing Andros, I was thinking of the fact that the Lawbringers are mostly inspired by the Papal Guard. And so I thought, wouldn't it be interesting if he was a guard? He's not this warrior who goes out to fight all the time. He's a guard who serves a lord and specifically protects him. So that's kind of what I was going for there. And then and that's why I designed Maria the Gladiator to be a slave who fights just because she enjoys it. You know, the funny thing that I thought about with Maria, sorry to go back to her, but one thing that I was thinking about with Maria is, what if Maria had the opportunity to be free in the past, but realized that if she's free, she won't be able to fight all these worthy opponents like she normally does. So she actually says, "I don't really need my freedom," or to quote Colin Mockery, "I don't want my freedom." Oh gosh, why? Why am I always dealing with you conquerors? Stop it, Conqueror. Your girlfriend's Valkyrie, not me. You got the wrong hybrid. Wait, you're a female. You're a female Conqueror, aren't you? I haven't shipped you with anyone. And if it was a Valkyrie, kinky. This is taking too long. They've already broken through, haven't? Nope, they haven't broken through. Okay. Got him. I was gonna get him, Warden. Why? Anyway, sorry about that. Andros, why are you hitting yourself? Yeah, essentially. Historically, Blackbriar seems like a knight in between two different eras with his shield and armor, I feel. You're actually not wrong. As I said in my Blackbriar video, he looks like a mix between the Norman knights of the 11th century and possibly the Leper King. And the Leper King was around, I think, either in, I want to say the 12th century, early 12th century. He was around during the days of Saladin. But I also think that based on some of his armor, he does have plate mail armor. He does have some armor that doesn't look quite right for the 11th century. So, yeah, I can see where you get that. Oh, shoot. No. Ah, dang it. Anyway, Conqueror is a fun and engaging experience, as you can see. Yeah, Conqueror can drive me crazy, though. I know the subject is kind of behind us already, but I would legitimately pay you for your OnlyFans to get an Xbox One. If you paid me money to buy an Xbox One, I would buy an Xbox One. Speaking of payment, let me take a break from talking about the Warriors of For Honor for just a second to tell you something very strange. I got a message from someone not long ago. I won't name any names. But I got a message not long from somebody saying that I should go into merchandising. I should actually try to sell my brand a little. And I didn't know if that was such a good idea. I was like, should I even consider that? I'm not even at 1,000 subscribers yet. I mean, I looked on Teespring, and apparently on Teespring.com you can design your own merchandise like mugs and face masks and shirts and things like that and sell them. And I wouldn't be against like making a mug with my emblem on it and selling that. That'd be cool. It'd be an interesting way to make money. But I don't know if anyone would want to buy it only because I'm not that popular yet. And I don't know if I ever will be that popular. Again, it's a cool idea, but I don't know. So, tell you what, if y'all think that's a decent idea, let me know in the chat or comments or something like that, and I'll consider it more. But right now, it's just something that I was told, and since you mentioned paying me to get an Xbox One, that would be the way to do it, because I'd get an Xbox One. I'd get an Xbox One and get For Honor for it, gladly. Of course, I wouldn't have all the customization stuff, but I'd gladly do it so that I could game with some of you guys. I'd be happy to. But I don't have the money right now. Literally, after all that's happened with my apartment and losing one of my jobs not long ago with the teaching thing, and yeah, I'd have two jobs, but both don't pay great. So, heck, I'm still saving up money just to buy myself a new apartment because I had to leave my old apartment due to a bedbug infestation, and they kind of robbed me on the way out. I really need a lawyer. Deal with this T-on-D, then I'll read your comments about that. And, oh, no! That's the thing about T-on-D, he can yeet you into the next dimension. Oh, I forgot, bots don't always fall for that bait. Sometimes what I like to do as Lawbringer is bait them so that I can parry and punish, but bots don't always fall for that. Okay, anyway, well, as you were saying, Yes, I would buy it. However, I can see why you would wait. I'd buy a Raven Knight shirt or coffee mug. Would love a Janissary hero. Okay, so 3 of you were like, yeah, make some merchandise. And the last one, I want a Janissary hero. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, I will consider merchandising. I will consider actually making some products, and I'll let you know if I decide to do that. In the meantime, though, a Janissary hero, that would be cool. I'd actually love to see that. That'd be an interesting addition. Janissaries were very interesting. Oh, no. Peacekeeper. Ah, she dodged me. Get away. No. How did you... Oh, Peacekeeper. What? No. Nope. 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 Ah, come on. Dang it! Minions. Would love it. LOL. So, BP talk now. Okay, yes. Sorry. Okay. Black Prior. There will be 2 Black Priors in the Noble Legion. More will come, but only 2 will join at first. Because remember what I was talking about. The Noble Legion isn't exactly well liked by the Iron Legion. And since the Iron Legion is the big bad boys, the Iron Legion will make it so that most other groups and organizations in Ashfeld aren't too keen on joining up. But 2 Black Priors will join up. Now, I haven't come up with a name for the male one yet. Me and my brother are still discussing that. The female's name will be Christina. Christina is a Black Prior who... How do I say this? You know how in the trailer for the Black Prior and for all the stuff that we talked about, the Black Prior is this organization that used to be honorable, but now they are they're still trying to find out what they're going to be, because initially they joined Apollyon's thing, and then Apollyon died, so they left. People have been telling me for a while that I don't understand what the Black Priors are trying to be or what they're supposed to be. Some have told me that the Black Priors are just corrupted. Some are saying that they're trying to make amends for what they did. I don't know. But when I think of Christina, I think of a character who wants desperately, and I do mean desperately, to restore her honor. She's like a Ronin who wants her honor restored. You know who she is? She's Zuko from Avatar: The Last Airbender. That's who she is. She is Zuko, only female. Christina believes that there is an opportunity, a chance, if you will, for the Black Priors to return to the pious and honorable warriors that they used to be. Now, at first, she was not going to join the Noble Legion because, again, Iron Legion says no, so she's not going to. But then when the orcs start showing up, when the orcs start massacring people and start butchering whole towns in the Iron Legion, though they are now paying attention and going, oh, okay, yeah, this is a big deal, we might want to do something. In her opinion, they're not acting fast enough or with the right kind of resolve, so she says, you know what, I'm not waiting. The Noble Legion knew about this. The Noble Legion is doing something to stop it. I am going to join the Noble Legion because it's the right thing to do. And damn what anyone else says. The rest of the Black Priors aren't keen on this. And they're like, no, we're not going to support that move. Christina says, well, then maybe I don't need to be a Black Prior. And if any of y'all watch my video about my personal history as a teacher, you can kind of see where that inspiration came from. I kind of see Christina like myself when I quit being a teacher. When I said, when they told me, if you can't play with the team, I guess you don't need to be a team player. Yeah, and like her, so she is a ex-Black Prior with the Black Prior aesthetic. Because she thinks, if the Black Prior's really going to look at these orc monstrosities and say, we're not sure how much we want to get involved with this just yet. We need to see how the cards unfold. We need to see how the Iron Legion deals with this. We need to see how the other legions deal with this. She's going to be like, maybe we need to build the Black Priors from the ground up. The male one, though, I haven't come up with his name yet. The male one is going to be every bit the dark, edgy Black Prior that we know. Except the thing with him is he does go a little on the homicidal route. To him, it's not so much about redeeming the Black Priors, it's about Is there an enemy for me to kill yet? Yes? Okay, just point me in the right direction. I haven't gone into great detail on him yet because I want to think more about him. It's too easy in this world to create a warrior like that. Like Hitakiri could be described that way too. I want to make him unique. So give me some more time to think on his character. Oh shoot. I'm being double teamed. I don't like being double teamed. Get out of here. I know that y'all are probably watching me like, man, you're really bad at this game. And I'm like, well, yes. Anyone who knows me in terms of gaming knows that I am garbage at most games. Like, except chess. I'm actually pretty good at chess, believe it or not. But that's not a video game. Most video games, I'm pretty garbage at. Rainbow Six Siege, I am a hard stuck silver or bronze player. For Honor, I was so lucky to get platinum at one point, but I think that was mostly luck. I'm not that great a player. But also, another part of it is I'm also talking to you guys and thinking about my story, not really focusing on the game. But anyway, let's look at the comments. Will the Noble Legion's common soldiers have some different quirks from other legions? Example, 6th to 7th century Spartans, Hoplite and Athenian Hoplite. They will be more shield-oriented. I might add some more Roman-esque soldiers. With this game moving to the next gen, how do you feel about us possibly getting a native or Aztec-inspired faction in the future? I like it. I think that'd be cool. I don't see it happening. Honestly, what I see happening next is possibly an Arabic or Middle Eastern faction. Or possibly a Indian faction. I don't see a Native American faction in our future. As cool as that would be, and as much as I would like that, I don't see that happening. Just because I don't think that there's enough... Well, no, I take that back. There is enough of a diversity of weapons and warrior designs you could go with, but I don't think Ubisoft often thinks about all that. Can we complete the Wulin first? Okay, fair enough. Will notable fortresses be used? Yes, plenty of places in the in For Honor will be used. In fact, the Blue Citadel, that Citadel location that is used in Dominion, that will be a very key point. I'm also going to create some of my own original places. And hey, Ubisoft, if you're listening in, keep tabs on me. I might come up with something you like. I swear, sometimes I think Ubisoft listens to me. I think they bug me. Let's see. 400 plus reps of oppression. Yeah. I am 400 up reps, but that's not a testament to how good I am. It's a testament to how much I play this game. Demon. Who's the demon? I think the Wulin. Do you like roguelike games? When you say roguelike games, what do you mean? You mean like Ghost of Tsushima? Yeah, I like that game. Assassin's Creed? I like that game. Witcher? I like that game. But I don't know what you mean by rogue. Should have a spot on the map before another faction is added. Yeah, agreed. I think the Wulin should have their own spot. I think that we need to go ahead and establish them as an actual location on the map. They need to actually claim their territory. I would agree with that. What about the Slavic Brethren? What characters here do you think they might have? I can do a separate video on other factions or possible other factions. I don't want to focus on that on this live stream because I'm running out of time. Go in, die, get upgrades, go in, die, get upgrades, rinse and repeat. What do I think of those kind of games? They're okay. Honestly, I don't play video games as often as I used to. With 2 new jobs going on, I haven't been able to play as often as I'd like. That may be why I suck now at video games. But, oh no, I'm going to die. But maybe that's why I suck now at video games. I don't play enough. But yeah, those kind of games that you're talking about where you go and die and get upgrades and stuff like that, they're okay to me. Mostly I like just games that involve good combat, good flow, good customization options. I love customization options. I can spend hours never even entering the game, just spending time customizing my characters. You have no idea. When I first started playing, what was it? Skyrim, I spent like the first hour doing nothing but customizing my character. I love customization in video games. I think some of the games with the best customizations were Monster Hunter World That was a really good one. Neo 2 was amazing. I love the customization of Neo 2. And Black Desert, but I don't play Black Desert much. I don't think I've played that in ages. Oh, shoot. Get back. But yeah, those are the games that I think have the best customization options. And I love customization in games. If it's a customization style game, I am all about it. In fact, that's one of my problems with... that's one of the things I love about For Honor. It has great customization, in my opinion. I wish that they'd add more customization for some characters. Like, I want a female Highlander. Or a female Shugoki. Can I get an agreement in chat, fellas, that we need a female Shugoki? Let me hear it. A thick Shugoki, please. Alright. Next. I gotta say, I hate spikes so much. You mean the spikes on my Lawbringer? An easier route in going with side versus side Horcrux versus Chimera Rebellion so that they can add the Wulin is a joinable faction, but not on the map. I think what they're trying to do is try to go for a 2v2, a 1v1 kind of thing, the Horcrux versus the Chimera, and it's no longer going to be just Knights, Samurai, and Vikings. That's what I think is going to happen. If you like good combat flow and customization options, play Absolver. I have played Absolver. That is a fun game. I wish more people played it. Problem is, there aren't a lot of people who play it anymore. I need to read these, so I need a minute. Let me see. Dude, if you ever get into PC gaming, play EVE Online. You make your character by moving the muscles. That's cool. You can follow up with Heavies with Shove, by the way. I sometimes do. My buddy gets mad when we play For Honor because I will spend 30 to 40 minutes tweaking my look in between games. You're like me. No thanks. Female Thick Goki. Yes! Sumo is a strictly male sport, you heathen. Well, yeah, but Shugoki isn't just a sumo wrestler. He's a warrior. And, while we're on that note, there weren't many female knights either, or female kensei in history either. So I think I'm allowed to bend the rules a little. Thick Goki. No spikes in general on most armor, just bugs me as a realistic historical fan. Yes, there are not a lot of spikes in historical armor, but I don't know. They look cool. Hey, with customization, how do you feel about the effects on characters? And yes, I want equal sex options for all characters, especially Shugoki. I think the effects can be cool, but sometimes they get a little cheesy, like a little corny to me. I just look at them and I go, is this really what you want to do? Would Shugoki be effective in real life? Yeah, of course they would. Those, in fact, I've argued that the Shugoki's Kanabo weapon is one of the best weapons you can use against armored opponents. As long as they don't add gender-neutral Goki, I'm fine. Okay, fair enough. Honestly, I love non-bond armor for the samurai. It suits the settings for them. Okay, fair enough. All right, guys. So, last one, and we don't have a lot of time to play another breach map, so I'll just talk about her. Let's go in. We've talked about everyone except one, and you all know who it's going to be. It's going to be Warmommy. Okay, so let me pull her up real quick. I have not come up with her name yet. I know, heresy, but I want to. Here's the thing about Warmommy in this story, okay? Here's the thing. She's going to be a big deal, and I'll tell you why. When the orcs start their initial attack, the factions are not going to team up against them yet. They're going to try to fight them individually, and it's going to fail tremendously. The orcs are going to kill a bunch of people. The Knights, Samurai, Vikings, and Wulin are going to suffer massive casualties. It's going to look very ugly. The warriors are going to have to realize, you know what, we're going to have to join forces. But another thing that they have to realize is they need a leader. Someone who actually understands war on a level that they have forgotten. And so they seek out one of the last of the Warmongers. Because in my opinion, at this point in the story, at this point in the lore, the Warmongers as a group, as an organization, are not as big as they used to be. When Horcrux first started, they were probably really big. There were probably a lot of Warmongers. But after all the hate the Warmongers got and the rebellion, the Chimera Rebellion, the Warmongers probably dissipated. A lot of Warmongers probably quit. They probably said, nah, I'm not part of this anymore. I don't want any more to do with this. Or they got killed, whatever. Warmongers are not as common as they used to be. So they seek out this Warmonger who knows what she's doing. She knows how to fight. She knows the ways of war. She's been around the whole map. She's seen samurai tactics, Viking tactics, Wulin tactics, knight tactics. She knows it all. So they go to seek her out, and they say, we need you to help organize our forces against this threat. You are a master of war. And she's a little excited, but also a little questioning. She's kind of like, now hold on. Not too long ago, all us warmongers were a problem. Why are you suddenly saying, okay, come help us out? And they're saying, well, these orcs are a threat we've never dealt with before. They're horrifying. And the magic prophet man, who is actually the Inquisitor Acolyte, but they don't know what he actually is. A lot of them just assume he's a prophet of some kind. They say, well, he says that we need all the help we can get, so we're willing to give you a pardon on the whole Horkos thing if you come help us deal with these orcs. So she is actually going to rally all the groups together, not necessarily on good terms, but actually get their tactics to work together. Because here's something that I thought about a lot. Their tactics will not look the same. Knight ways of war are not the same as Viking, Wulin, or Samurai. So we need someone who understands all four factions and all four ways of war. And right now, Warmommy's the best we got. Now, until this new hero drops, and we know the lore behind this new hero, Warmommy's the only one I know of who might have a knowledge of all four factions. Why? Because she's the only one who speaks the universal language. So, Warmommy's going to be the one getting them all ready and geared up and planning out tactics. And yes, she will get into a one-on-one melee with an orc chief. It's going to be sick. So I'm very excited for her. Once I get her name down, I will let y'all know. Okay, so we've got a lot of comments here after I just said that, so let me go back. There are female freelance sumo tournaments in the States, however, but in traditional Japan it is locked back. Yeah, I know, but like I said, I'm taking liberties. Hellen. Hellen would be a good name. Warmommy. Whore mommy. Spreading diseases to men of all ages. Yes. Warmommy. Which characters would you say is the worst in terms of historical lethality among the For Honor cast? Shaolin. He's the only one with an almost non-lethal weapon. The flail guy is very inaccurate. Conk dude. Funny how his Kanabo is literally as big as Nusha. Kanabos in real life weren't that big. That's more of a Shugoki. That's more of a demon thing. Warmommy. That's interesting. She's gonna finesse him with the magic aids. I'd never heard that before. That's a great way to call it. The magic AIDS rock. Okay. I've thought about a For Honor Goblin Slayer crossover where a warmonger called Fallen Knight kills goblins in hopes of redeeming herself from her past sins. That's a cool idea. But anyway, guys, so all of that is the Knights. I hope you enjoyed the Noble Legion. I'm so excited for what's going to be coming. So we have the Noble Legion, we have Knight Warden William, Peacekeeper Hope, Conqueror Rhoden, Cornelius the Centurion, Maria the Gladiator, the Black Prior, female Christina working on the male, Andros the Lawbringer, and the unnamed Warmommy, who for now we might call Hellen, or what was that one I read? Amnesia. Let me read these comments and then I'll get off for the night because I got an early shift tomorrow. So let's see. You should play Risk of Rain 2. Super fun. $20. Gonna get cheap with Black Friday. Okay. I might consider that. If I remember correctly, Shugoki was originally supposed to be based off of the common Oni image shredded in red and skin, but they changed it. I heard about that, yes. Warmommy is going to get deep inside this chief's guts. Oh, you're going to love what she does to this chief, but that's a good ways away. Hellen. All right. I think Hellen might just be the name. Hey, you got some of the green stuff, Warmommy. I'm excited to see the samurai in your story. Yes, I will talk about the samurai in my next live stream, and don't ask me when that is yet. I need to check my schedule and see when would be a good time to live stream. Have a great night there, Raven. Love the content. Thank you so much, the Mighty Midget. Really appreciate that. Twister Games, woo! And Emmenberry, later Raven. And on that, guys, I think I'll call it there. Thank you so much for watching me and following me. Again, a couple of things. Number one, if y'all are interested in me doing merchandising or making stuff to purchase on stuff like Teespring, like mugs or shirts or things like that, where I have my emblem on it, let me know. Let me know if that's actually something you'd like to see me do, because I won't do it unless I know that people are going to be willing to buy it. Because I want to make money doing this because it's what I love to do, but I don't want to make y'all pay for things. I'm not going to do this under the expectation, oh, y'all are totally going to buy this if y'all aren't interested. So that's all there is on that point. I'm not going to beg y'all for money. That's vulgar. I'm not going to do that. I've got more self-respect than that. But in any case, look forward to the Samurai live stream coming up. I've got my next Rainbow Six Siege operator video coming up on Smoke. So that's going to be coming up hopefully tomorrow. I hope to have that up tomorrow after I get done with work. And I will do my next Heroes in History video on Warden next week as well. And then I'll also probably do a video talking about the Halloween event starting tomorrow. So I need some time to play that and see it, and I'll talk about it. And also, look forward to the continuation of the audiobook. Guys, I got so much stuff I want to do. I'm so excited. This is so much fun. I love this. This is what I love to do, guys. Y'all make it fun. Y'all make it possible. Love you guys. We are so close to the 1,000 subscriber range. Love you guys. Take care. I will see you in the next video. Peace out.